Hello and welcome. I am Ria. I live in Athens, Greece. I am a knitter, a crocheter and love everything about fiber arts. Today I'm going to share with you my February diaries. Currently is the 3rd of March. It is Clean Monday in Greece. I don't work. My husband doesn't work, so if you hear any noise from the other room, it's him. I thought it was a good idea to share with you what I have finished during the month of February. I made another video with the January diaries. January always seems to me like a whole year, which is different than February, who I think it lasted only a week. So I have managed to finish the Slow Down sweater from Lilygate, France. I am not going to say many things about this pattern because I have already dedicated a video vlog. I'm going to leave it in the description box and somewhere up here if you want to go and check it out. It's the sweater I'm wearing. I have knitted size 4. I used a yarn I already have and knitted to a different project, so I processed it a little bit in order to use it again. And I also used alpaca silk from Drops. I'm going to have the link with the yarn. I know what it is, the alpaca silk, in the description box below, because the other yarn I do not have the tags, and I think it was wool with polyester. I'm not sure, I don't remember. I tried to find something relative to this yarn I used, but I cannot find anything, so I'm sorry, I do not have more information about it. I am very pleased with the result. I really loved this pattern. I think I'm going to knit it again with the hot pink that Lilygate France wears on her Ravelry page. I really love it. Although I cannot use mohair because it irritates my skin, and I really like the alpaca silk, the feeling of the alpaca silk. I'm wearing it right now. I wore it to work, where the heat in the office is 10 times more than I have now in this room, and it did not irritate my skin. So I think I'm going to knit to another vivid color because I like vivid colors. I loved the pattern. It has a lot of structure. I learned many things, and the only thing that I think I would do different, I will do different the next time I knit it. I will go down a size. I think size 3 is better for me because my body is, I have a lot, I have a big breast, okay, so I always feel like I need to have something more relaxed and not very tight on my upper body, and I choose my clothes with a lot of positive ease, and I thought it would be better to knit size 4, although I think size 3 would be okay for me also, because it's the pattern that has a lot of positive ease. And I think my next Slow Down sweater will be in size 3. So keep that in mind if you have planned or you want to knit the same pattern. I had a small issue with the sleeves here. In the sizes 4 and up, it asks you to have a hole here and then sew the sleeve, the hole that you create right here. So when I knit, usually in this part of the sleeves, I use provisional cast on, because most of the times the pattern asks you to pick up the stitches. So in order to be more easy for me and have a better how to say that, a better structure, I believe that provisional cast on is better when you have to pick up stitches from down here from the sleeve. So I thought it would be the same, but it wasn't. So I made a few modifications, but I still had an issue about how I was supposed to have sew the hole, because the stitches of the body and the stitches of the sleeve with the hole I've created was not the same amount. So I was not sure how I was supposed to do it. I think I figured out the way, and it, as you can see, I think it's okay. And I hope it was helpful for you if you are knitting size 4 and up, because I saw on Ravelry that some other people had the same issue. Anyway, the design of the pattern is very well structured. Although it seems to be a lot baggy, it has a lot of short rows and a lot of shaping, which I really liked. I thought it was very clever, and that is why I'm going to knit this again. The second thing I finished, okay, it was not finished in February, it was finished 2 days ago. It is the Cumulus tea by Petite. Okay, it was my first pattern from Petite. I have never knitted or bought, to be exact, I have never bought a pattern from Petite before. I knitted the Sophie scarf, but I thought it was too easy for me to buy a pattern to have a scarf that I could do on my own. So I never bought that pattern, but I thought it would be a good idea for the first time to try and make something from Petite, because it's Petite. I don't know, maybe it's because I was knitting those two in the same time, picking up one and then next and the other by what I was filming and things like that. And I thought the pattern from Petite, it would give me I don't know, something more. I consider myself an advanced knitter. I will never say that I know everything, so when I buy a pattern, I always want to learn something from it, to have a new skill when I do that, and of course to have a good result. The yarn I used was baby merino, and this is because I have a sensitive skin and I already have the yarn, and I thought that if I use this yarn, which is the gauge was not like the pattern asked, so usually my size is medium, and I thought because I didn't have the gauge of the pattern, it would be a good idea to size up. So I started knitting the large with 4mm needles, although the pattern asks for 4.5mm needles. I was almost ready to make the I was almost ready to finish the body, when I tried it on, and I realized it was too tight for my taste. So I ripped it off and started knitting the XL. Okay, it's not that I have the positive ease that I have with this pattern, but I'm not sure if it was the yarn, because in the pattern Petite Knit uses a mohair yarn and a bigger size needle, but I didn't find anything extraordinary in this pattern. I don't know how to explain it. I thought it would be something I would have never heard or known before. And the fact is that I do not want to make a very complicated pattern that Petite Knit has. I know many patterns of hers, because I live in a country where at the moment we have 16 degrees Celsius, and it's not very hot. We don't have, at least in Athens, a very heavy winter, and I want to wear the things I make. I mean, I don't want to make a sweater that I will use once every year. I don't find it very clever, because space, and I made something. I want to be able to enjoy it. Where was I? Something happened. I had to stop. So I think I was explaining that I have sized that, and I've tried it on, so I would be sure that I was okay with the size. And when I finished, I did the I-cord at the end, and it was very, I don't know, it was coming up, it was not right. I don't know, maybe I didn't do the decreases I had to do, but I wasn't pleased with that, and I thought blocking, because I only used the baby merino and not the mohair, that even blocking would not make the I-cord stand right on my body. So in order to have something that I would hate and always turn, I decided to make a classic 1x1 rib at the ending. Of course, I did the I-cord at the sleeves and at the V-neck, but I haven't blocked this yet. I think if I block it, it will stretch a bit, because baby merino and merino always stretches. I think it will be better, but I wanted something extra from this pattern, which I didn't get. I don't know, I will probably try again with another pattern if I find something that suits my taste, and I think I will be able to use it during the winter or during the summer. Although if you try and knit something for summer in Greece with 40 degrees and you try to knit it with merino, not a good idea. I would not do this to myself. I knit and crochet things for summer, but it's always with yarn, either cotton or linen, or things like you can wear during summer, not merino. The weather here is not suitable for merino. That is the correct word. So this is the second finished item for February, and I'm at a point where I haven't decided what I want to start. Probably I will start something for summer, because suddenly we will have 30 degrees Celsius and I will want to wear something more for spring or summer, and I'm thinking and trying to find what I want to do with yarn I already have. I do not want to buy any more yarn. I have a lot of cotton yarn. I have a lot of yarn, to be more precise, and I want to use that yarn and not buy anything new. So I had this yarn from a previous project. I have knitted a pullover, a sweater with this yarn. It's an acrylic yarn, many years ago, and I crocheted the scarf I saw you, the flower scarf. I have used this yarn and mohair for that scarf, and I still had more, so I thought that would knit something like Sophie scarf, but with increases and decreases from only one side, and it's coming out well. It's something very easy for me, so I'm using this. Probably I will gift this to someone because I have a lot of scarves and accessories that are enough for me, so I will probably gift this to someone. And this was all the things I knitted and crocheted during knitted only. I didn't crochet anything during February, but I think I have a very good idea what I want to do in the next few months. And I also wanted to tell you that I have picked up a new hobby. It's not a hobby because it's only been for a few weeks. I'm trying to learn how to draw. I was at Flying Tiger and I found a sketchbook, and I thought it would be a good idea to buy it. So I bought the sketchbook because one day at work I was listening to something. I had to pay attention, and because I always look around and I was trying to focus on what I was listening, I was drawing things with my hand, and it was very relaxing, and I had all my attention to the things I was hearing. So I thought it would be a good idea for me to try it, and I bought a sketchbook. And then I asked my friend who is a graphist that what I could use, and I bought some pencils, and since then I'm making squares, circles and things like that, and I find it very relaxing. I'm not going to be a drawer, but it feels very good to use your hands to make something you watch on a paper. And I think it's useful for my knitting also, because sometimes I have an idea about something I want to knit or make, and it's easier for the hand to get used to draw a pattern or something like that. I don't know. I find it very relaxing, and I'm going to try it. I don't know if it will last. It's something not as expensive as knitting, because knitting is an expensive hobby, but I wanted to try something new, so I did. I hope in March I'll be able to finish more things I have left behind and have to finish them, and I hope in the next month I will be able to show them to you. But if I don't, it doesn't matter, because all the things I do, it's for hobby and for me to relax and have a good time, and not to press myself to do something just because. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you are having a wonderful month. I hope you are all starting your spring and summer projects, and I'll see you in the comments and next time. Bye!